What's happening, my kind of people? Thank you for joining us today on Cinema Recap. Looks like we're going to take a look at a 2006 romance drama called Curse of the Golden Flower. Spoilers ahead. We begin in 928 AD, China, during the Tang Dynasty. Yeah, I heard about those dynasties, don't know anything about them though. Anyways, a line of women hurries forwards, each carrying some sort of strange wooden instrument and banging them together. Immediately, a room full of women rise from their beds. Alright, I'm not the only one who's suddenly reminded of Spirited Away. So the women prepare themselves, dressing and making themselves presentable. They help each other do this, as their dresses and all that comes with them look like somewhat of a lengthy task. A young man who's announced as Prince Yu enters the building, which inside is insanely decorated in colors of mainly gold, red, and purple. Yeah, these rooms and hallways are crazy. Prince Yu bows respectfully to the Empress, who's looking absolutely beautiful. Makeup all perfect and body adorned in gold. Seriously, look at those claws. Also, a bright yellow flower in her hair. Prince Yu tells his mother, the Empress, that Jai's on his way, and he hasn't reached the palace yet, but is in the official inn awaiting orders. Yu's the youngest of the three sons. Jai's the middle son. We'll get to the eldest one later. It's currently the eve of the Double Ninth Festival. The Empress marches down the corridor with her son behind her, followed by several servants. She stops suddenly, her breathing irregular, as she's grasping the fabric of her dress. Whatever happens, she quickly overcomes it and continues walking, though still looking a little shaken. She meets up with the eldest son, named Wan, who was born to the Emperor's previous wife. Moments earlier, you mentioned that when the Emperor arrives, Wan will ask permission to leave, as he wants to see the world. The Empress meets with Wan and dismisses everyone in the room, including you, so that they're alone together. She asks if he's afraid of going. He turns away, replying that she is his mother. She replies that they're not related, and that they've been intimate for 3 years. Alright. Wan expresses doubt, and the Empress tries to kiss him, only to have him push her away. Well, she leaves, and Wan goes to greet the Emperor, while the Empress is giving her hourly medicine. Now everyone in the palace, servants included, are all beautifully dressed, the corridors having the most vibrant colors. The Empress now drinks her medicine, which appears to be some kind of tea, and then slams down that cup on a tray before washing her mouth out. Now outside before the palace, there's a literal army of servants and soldiers. Between them is the Empress, either side of her, the youngest and eldest son. However, a figure comes running along the carpet, followed by several clones of him, likely more messengers. And the leading man calls out that by the Emperor's command, the welcoming ceremony has been cancelled, and that everyone should retire to their chambers. That's quite the welcoming ceremony. There's honestly thousands of people here. The leading messenger tells the Empress that the Emperor has been diverted to the official inn, and that he'll meet with the Empress and the two sons tomorrow morning instead. Now elsewhere, at the official inn, we meet Prince Jai for the first time, who treats his father with incredible formality as the Emperor arrives, literally bowing before him. The Emperor gives his son permission to rise, marching forwards wearing armor of pure gold, and looking like your video game boss fight. Prince Jai declares to his father that it's a great honor to have this visit. The Emperor looks at his son up and down, in a way that only an insanely rich person can, before drawing his sword. And he and his son have a sword fight, all the while the Emperor remains sitting, showing everyone how skilled he is. He disarms his son, and the prince's sword falls to the floor. Jai bows to his father once again, complimenting his skill, and the Emperor does the same to his son. He's come to remind his son of his past mistakes, reminding him not to take by force what he does not give. His son replies in an equally formal manner as before, saying his father's words are wise. Now the Emperor and the prince return to the palace. The prince meets with his mother, the Empress, and asks about her health. We come to learn that they have not seen each other for 3 years. She says that she's been well enough, and her son tells her how much he's missed her, and she cries tears of joy. Elsewhere, the king sits on a heated throne and is informed by the Imperial Doctor that the Empress has been taking the herbs as he's instructed, going on to say that the black fungus is being added by his daughter, whose name is Chan. It's been 10 days so far. The Empress and her son Jai continue to talk. Now the Empress is embroidering a beautiful golden flower into fabric, a flower called a chrysanthemum, the same one she's wearing in her hair, and she tells her son it's for the festival. Without warning, the Empress collapses. Alarmed, her sons asking the servants, who all rush to her, what's wrong. One of the servants says she doesn't know, and that this is the third time it's happened. Now the Empress composes herself and waves the servants away. Alone now with her son, he's asking her what's wrong, but she's not answering, instead telling him to go visit his brothers. Well, he meets up with his brothers, again very formal, and Jai speaks of his concerns for his mother's health. Juan, the eldest son, says that they fear she's anemic, and Yu mentions that she does take her medicine often. Jai says that she's been embroidering a lot as well, and Yu adds that it's for the festival. So elsewhere, the Imperial Doctor speaks to his daughter, telling her that he knows she's been seeing the Crown Prince. He's encouraging this, and tells her to see him more, and then he warns her of the dangers of the black fungus, telling her she hasn't learned enough. He warns her not to breathe a word of it, or they will be killed. And she discreetly adds the black fungus to one of the pots nearby. The one to be served to the Empress, no doubt. She's invited to come in and pours the Empress her tea. She drinks most of it, before tipping the last of it back onto the plate Chan's holding out to her. Now later on, in preparation for the festival, the grounds of the massive courtyard before the palace are covered with chrysanthemum flowers. The family's reunited once more, and the Emperor, the Empress, and the three sons sit at a table that is all showy and vast in size, as everything else we've seen so far. Emperor's asking the family why they all gather together for every chrysanthemum festival, and Yu, the youngest son, answers. On the 9th day of the 9th month, the sun and the moon join together in the sky as one, and it symbolizes strength and harmony of the family. Harmony. Right. The Emperor goes on to explain the shape of the terrace and the table, the terrace being round and the table being square, representing that heaven is round and that the earth is square. He then goes on to explain the laws of heaven and how everyone has their proper placement. This is natural law. His eldest son requests his father's permission to view the world outside the palace walls. The father's not answering, asking only if there's anything else. Yu begins with asking permission to speak, however is unsure if it's appropriate to voice his thoughts, and so sits back down. Now the Emperor mentions that the Empress did not finish her medicine, telling her that she must drink what's left over. The unfinished medicine is brought back to her. She doesn't drink it. The Emperor orders his sons, the eldest and the youngest, to remain kneeling beside her until she does drink it. Then the middle son asks the father to let her not drink it. The Emperor refuses, and so the oldest son encourages her again, saying that she's been drinking it for years. So she finally drinks the remainder of the tea, and the sons go back to their seat. The Emperor comments that her symptoms made her unaware, and that she's being treated well. Yu finally has the courage to speak out, saying he wants to command the guards to gain experience for the festival. But the Emperor passes the responsibility to Jai instead, who accepts, because of course he does. Later, the Emperor summons the Empress to see him, and he tells her about her condition, anemia, saying how serious it is and that she needs her medicine. She defies him once again, and he loses that temper, finally breaking his calm demeanor, tossing the scales aside. He tells her that if her father were not such an important man, he wouldn't act with such restraint, going on to say that he tolerates her for the sake of appearance. Ow. The medicine's brought to her, and the Emperor personally serves it to her. She drinks it and thanks him before leaving. Now her condition worsens, but she continues with her embroidering the chrysanthemum flowers. Now elsewhere, the Emperor tells his eldest son, Juan, that he's his favorite son, mentioning briefly that his mother died during the chrysanthemum festival when he was away. And Juan tells his father that he doesn't wish to inherit the throne, telling him he's without talent and doesn't deserve the throne, and he begs him to appoint another heir. Once Juan's alone, he meets with Chan, and they embrace each other. "Oh, you lying son of a..." Chan encourages him to ask his father again after the festival, reminding him to take her with him. She says that once they have escaped the palace, they can finally be together. The Empress is alerted and strides into the room with little warning. Chan's hiding behind the curtains on the bed and Juan's barely dressed. She orders the girl to come out. And she does, because she has to. Her punishment for trespassing and seducing the prince? lashes, a branding, and to be banished from the palace. Wan's begging for forgiveness on her behalf, accepting blame. She agrees for now before leaving. And she orders her servants to leave her, completely alone now. She's walking slowly along the halls, shortly after retiring to her room to continue embroidering. A figure in black enters her room, bowing, a spy of some kind. She tells the Empress she's discovered the black fungus that has been added to her tea daily. It'll cause her to slowly lose her mind over time. The figure in black refuses the reward, saying she came because she hates the Emperor, and that only the Empress is in a position to avenge her. The figure leaves and the Empress tries her best to continue with that embroidery, though now really angry and upset. This figure is found by Wan and captured. She's brought before the Emperor. We learn she's the wife of the Imperial Doctor. Upon seeing her face and the brand upon her cheek, the Emperor sends everyone in the room away, but not before commanding his son Wan to never speak of this. Once alone, she and the Emperor talk. They have a history together, but haven't seen each other in like 25 years. She claims she's only here to see her son. Yeah, we'll get to that. She claims to be seeking justice. Now the Emperor promotes the Imperial Doctor to governor, and he and his daughter Chan leave for Suzu. Before leaving, the doctor tells the Emperor that he's prepared enough doses of the poison for 2 months. So the doctor leaves, with both his daughter and wife. Shortly after this, the Empress confides in Jai, the middle son. She tells him that after taking her medicine for 10 years, recently, 10 days ago, it had started to taste different. And she tells him of a new ingredient she found, the poison.
午后择日发病.
Jai realizes quickly that it's the Emperor, and the Empress tells Jai that he'll know the truth after the chrysanthemum festival. She tells Jai that she'll die exactly as the Emperor wants her to, but not before she puts a stop to it. She tells Jai she wants him to be the Emperor, and he says that he can't stand against his father no matter what. Now the next time the Empress takes the medicine, Jai's with her, confused and hurt over the situation. He's trying to stop her, but she drinks anyway. Jai, now decided, vows to help her, telling her that she'll never drink that medicine again. Now the Empress summons Wan to visit her. She tells him that she made a new robe for the ceremony, one with a chrysanthemum on the chest, saying that it's for protection. He takes it from her, demanding to know what she's plotting. She doesn't answer, and he's refusing to wear it. They almost become intimate, but before things can escalate, he leaves. Now Wan rides away and meets with Chan, asking her why her mother was at the palace. He's suspecting that she's lying. Wan learns from Chan that the Empress ordered 10,000 chrysanthemum embroideries delivered to the army. So Wan rushes back to the palace, fearing something bad's about to happen. Chan rides after him not long after, as the doctor back at home asks his wife what she's been hiding from him. Assassins descend upon the home, sent by the Emperor, and everyone in the house is killed. The doctor dies fighting, but the wife escapes, as she's protected by soldiers facing the assassins. Back at the palace, Wan speaks to the Empress, asking when she'll make her move. And she replies it'll be during the festival. So all panic now, realizing he'll get the blame for the rebellion. Wan stabs himself, trying to end his life, but he survives. He begs the Empress not to go through with her plan, but she insists that she must. The Empress leaves before the Emperor arrives. And when he does, he tells Wan that he knows he and the Empress have been keeping a secret for some time now, though blames her. They prepare for the festival, the Emperor and the 3 sons, Wan remaining in a chair due to his injury. The Empress, however, is late. While Jai goes to fetch her, the Emperor tells Wan that his mother used to wear berries to ward off evil, and that he should do the same, so he agrees. So the Empress is in her room, sweating, trembling violently as she's trying to prepare herself, and she tells Jai that everything's ready.
儿臣知道了.
The Empress meets with the Emperor, and so the ceremony begins. Chan arrives at the palace, finding it deserted. She's jumped by ninjas and nearly killed, but saved when her mother arrives, managing to fight them off. They flee, Chan not knowing what's going on. Her mother says that the Emperor wants to kill their family. This same man bows before the Emperor, telling him that the Imperial Doctor's family's outside. Oh, the Emperor's eyes say it all. The Empress is the one to speak up, saying to let him inside. He glances towards her, a look of disgust on his face. And once Chan and her mother enter before the family looking shocked and worn, the Empress reveals the secret. That woman, Chan's mother, is the Emperor's first wife, and Wan's mother also. Both children, Wan and Chan, are shocked to learn it, and the Emperor confirms it. And in case you guys forgot, those two were sleeping together. Ignorant incest. Chan runs out of the palace screaming, and to be honest, I completely understand that reaction. Chan and her mother are both killed by ninjas. And a golden army, the Empress's army, with each man wearing a chrysanthemum, charges forwards. They're led by Jai. The golden army storms the palace, and inside the Empress sheds her outer clothes and sports a chrysanthemum embroidery like the soldiers. Wan's stabbed for the second time, this time by Yu, who's angry at his mother, saying that he knows about the affair between her and Wan, and that he knows about the plan she and Jai have. He's demanding the throne. The golden soldiers enter to kill the king, but are stopped by the ninjas. And then the soldiers are killed, with those ninjas climbing back up the ropes and out of sight. Yu tries to kill his father, but it's no match. The father sees Yu's wearing golden armor under all his clothes, and so resorts to beating him to death over the head. He then walks over to Wan, his eldest son and favorite, and cries over his dead body. Those ninjas move outside to face the Golden Army, and Jai fights heroically, defeating his enemy, allowing the army to move forwards. They're stopped just before the palace by more enemy soldiers. The two forces face off. The enemy army traps the Golden Army, killing all but Prince Jai, who is protected from the arrows by bodies of men around him. He's continuing to fight against all hope, seeing his mother standing before the palace alone. The Emperor joins the Empress at the front of the palace, telling her that Wan told him everything about her plan. And then he rips off the scarf from her neck as the last of the golden soldiers are executed before her. The field of bodies are cleared and the blood washed away. Fresh yellow flowers are brought before the palace. The Empress and Jai join the Emperor at the table now. Now the Emperor tells his son Jai that after the ceremony he'd planned to give the throne to him, reminding him again that he should not take what is not given to him. Jai tells his father that he didn't rebel for the sake of the crown, but that he did it for his mother. The Chrysanthemum Festival continues as if nothing happened. Singing ensues and the sky is lit up with fireworks. The medicine is offered to the Empress once again. The Emperor is agreeing to spare his son the punishment for treason, which is a horrible death, if he agrees to pour her medicine. Jai says sorry to his mom, saying that he failed before taking his own life. So grief-stricken, the Empress tosses the medicine away, now stained with her son's blood. And that medicine burns right through that surface of the table in seconds. And he tried to make his son give his mother acid. And that wrapped up The Curse of the Golden Flower, written and directed by Zhang Yimou and released in 2006. Starring Chow Yun-fat as the Emperor, Gong Li as the Empress, and Jay Chu, Qin Junju, and Lu Yi as the middle, youngest, and eldest son. Quite the ride. Thanks for hanging out. As always, till next time.